I'm so achy and painy with all this glorious sexy going
I know,
on.
right? Bunch of sexiness.
Hi, happy campers. Buddha Light over here. This is the Spike and Chris
The
show.
light? Ah, you're so kind. Isn't it light
One of them
this?
days. Been one of them days. I'm gonna start that up now.
How's it going?
Okay, let's try this again. Hi, happy campers. Now, it is, what is it? Sunday, October 4th. We're recording this.
Yeah, that's good.
For all the good it does. No Scott-tacular yet. Scott-tacular 4 will happen next week.
I apologize. It's my fault.
It's that one's fault. But tell them why it's your fault, Chris.
I'm moving. I'm in the process of moving and trying to get everything straightened out. It's hectic, achy. It's hard.
It's going up a narrow, steep staircase because it's an older downtown building.
And I'm coming from a place that already has stairs, so it's like upstairs, downstairs,
And
back and forth.
and they're both built around the beginning of the 20th century, so they both have these steep 90-degree turns and these steep stairs. So,
man,
that's what you get,
it's
Chuckle
hard on the
Hut.
body.
That's what you get, Chuckle Hut. So what do you got in the news for us this week?
In the news. Well, let's see. I guess the breaking news is that our dear old president, Donald Trump, has tested positive for the corona, but not just him, his wife, and that hairball on his head also got the corona.
So the real question is, does Trump have the corona, or does the corona have Trump?
Ooh.
Because either Trump has COVID-19 or COVID has Trump 45. It's one or the other. And of course, everybody online instantly taking sides on this because everything. We'll admit it wasn't universal on the left. All the cat calls and the death wishing and stuff. So there may yet be some hope.
I mean,
I doubt it. But,
just because he's president doesn't mean he's invincible. He doesn't have security guards to keep germs away.
Although I did hear he's at Walter Reed as we record this. He's at Walter Reed Army Medical Center. Been there. That's where my son was born. And it is. I honestly don't know why they take presidents there, because it is a colossal. It's got to be a lot easier going in on Air Force One than it is trying to take a little Subaru in through the front gates. But anyway.
I'm sure they just made it special just for him.
But anywho, apparently he's got a little cheering section who's set up across the street from the Army Medical Center where they can see him, or where he can see them. Because apparently he's already sent out like some trick-or-treat chocolate packets of presidential M&Ms and stuff to them. So
I like how he, I think he tweeted out something that kind of, like, it wasn't words of wisdom or anything special. It's just one of those kind of slash bad guy type of things where it's like, I'll be back. And you're just like, really? Like, alright, I'll be back.
That's alright. So, anywho, so that happened. That was the thing. The other thing, the thing that's really got the internet upset right now, has nothing to do with Donald Trump. I'm sure you've got this in your list. There's this thing going around where people are punching people in the back of the head, and they think it's funny. And it's not necessarily white on black, black on white. Not necessarily race. It's usually young idiots
Dumbasses.
taking on older, like people in their 60s and 70s, just going out and punching these old people in the back of the head because it's funny, right? Not when you do it to Rick Moranis.
No.
Some idiot decided,
And they're coming for you.
oh, believe me, 4chan's already going through facial recognition software trying to figure out who this guy is in New York. But some dumb little brother man decided it would be funny to hit an old white guy in the back of the head, didn't realize he had targeted Rick Moranis, just punched him, and from the video, and of course there's always video because it's New York, punched Rick Moranis in the back of the head, just walked away without even stopping. Didn't even
Yeah,
may have
just kept
stepped
walking.
over him, but that was it. So, dude, your ass is dressed.
Oh yeah.
Because you got to remember, Rick Moranis.
Is our childhood like?
Rick Moranis is my adulthood
Icon.
hero because he was the one who told the guys who did Ghostbusters 2016, "Thank you, but no thank you," because even he could see the dumpster fire in the horizon. So,
Rick Moranis is. In case you don't know, in case you young ones do not know who
You
Rick
youngins.
Moranis is,
youngins.
he was the dad in the Honey I Shrunk the Kids, Honey I Blew Up the Kids, those movies. He was in Ghostbusters, the
was
original
the key master in
Ghostbusters, the key
Ghostbusters.
master. I mean, you know, he's done. What was that Canadian?
Strange Brew.
Strange
He was on
Brew.
SCTV. So
Amazing.
he's got tons of comedic cred.
Yeah, he's
That's why the internet wants this guy.
poor Ryan Reynolds. He is blaming himself because he brought Rick Moranis out of retirement here lately, just like a few months ago, to do a funny commercial with him.
Mm-hmm.
And Ryan Reynolds is pissed off and also like taking some blame for this because he's like, I should not have brought him into this 2020 mess.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's like I
Rick's
blame
getting up there a
myself.
little bit, but you know the reason he just dropped out of Hollywood. It wasn't that he wasn't getting offers. It was that his wife died of cancer, and so he dropped his. And it was a pretty good Hollywood career at the time because Disney was paying him checks hand over fist, but he dropped all that so he could raise their kids since they didn't have a mom anymore. So the kids are full grown, so he started getting back involved in Hollywood about 4 or 5 years ago, and like I said, he turned down Ghostbusters 2016 because you don't need me to get the success you need.
Yeah.
So,
And it wasn't even that long ago that I heard rumors that he was actually thinking about coming back in a newer I don't know if it's newer version or something of Honey I Shrunk the Kids.
yeah, I've heard that too.
But I don't know whatever happened to that. It was just like he did a commercial with Ryan Reynolds, and then I'm hearing this story, so I'm like, oh, okay. And now this happened, so he probably just says, you know what, the hell with this. I don't blame him.
The important thing is Rick Moranis is apparently doing pretty well, so
Yes.
he bounced back pretty well.
He's
It's
okay.
it's not easy to take out Dark Helmet. You should remember
A
that.
dark helmet, yes, Spaceballs,
And anyway.
yes. But you know what? It's kind of funny in a way that of all the things that people on the internet get upset about, but this happens and everybody's like, "Find that man, kill him." it's like wow.
Rick Moranis is a universal good.
He's awesome.
Rick Moranis has done something that everybody likes. They
Yes.
either liked him in Ghostbusters, Honey I Shrunk the Kids, Spaceballs. He's been in something that people like. SCTV. He's done something for everybody. But wish you the best getting back,
Yes.
getting better there.
Keep being
President
awesome.
Trump and Rick Moranis. It's been a rough week. Anyway, so what else you got? Or what else?
Well,
What else?
going back on Donald Trump,
Nah.
apparently someone dressed as the Incredible Hulk took his anger out on Donald Trump's Hollywood Walk of Fame,
Mm-hmm.
causing thousands of dollars in damages.
Which Donald Trump will promptly claim against his taxes, so he only has to pay $750 this year.
I wouldn't mind having something on the Walk of Fame. Just my hands on a little star.
The only way we're getting something on the Walk of Fame is if we drop trout and have a squat, but that's the only way we're leaving anything on the Walk of Fame.
No, we will be on something else, not the Walk of Fame.
I'm already on post office walls from coast to coast. That's my national tour. So anyway. So I'm sure this guy who dressed up as the Incredible Hulk would like for us to talk about him, but we will not. Moving on.
Yes. You know what the biggest movie in the
What?
box office
What? What is
in
it?
the U.S.?
No, what is it?
Hocus Pocus.
That's a darn shame.
Hocus Pocus, after 27 years, has has claimed box office what?
Alita Battle Angel, for some reason, is being re-released October 30th. It's coming to Regal Cinemas, I guess.
I actually liked it.
It's
alright.
I don't know what got everybody to start pushing for the re-release, because it ticked off every Alita Battle Angel fan in the country when it came out first. But
I think it came to somebody made a good point where it was like, yeah, we were pissed off, but honestly, this is the closest we're probably going to get, especially with Hollywood.
mm-hmm.
So we might as well
Robert
enjoy
Rodriguez
it.
did that.
Robert Rodriguez and
It was somebody.
Cameron. Was it
Cameron Crowe. Cameron Diaz.
No, the Titanic.
Kirk Cameron.
James Cameron.
James Cameron. I was close. I was getting closer.
Yeah, they've been trying to get that movie made for like years, and they finally got it going.
I still think it's a creepy.
So
It's it's creepier than what Sonic turned out being, but not as creepy as Sonic was going to be. So anyway, so it would have been original Sonic movie, and then Alita Battle Angel, and then least creepy would be actual release movie Sonic. If that made any sense.
Yeah, it's, I don't know, it's, yeah.
Oh. Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th being re-released this weekend by Fathom Events. Because can you believe it's been 40 frickin' years since that film came out?
Really?
1980, buddy.
Makes you feel old, doesn't it?
That makes me feel extremely old, especially when I was a kid. When I was a kid.
I was a kid. He was a wee youngin'.
Casablanca was 40 years old. Casablanca's now going to be approaching 80.
When you was a kid, Casablanca was only 40 years old.
Mm-hmm. No. Shows what happens, yeah.
Oh.
And
That's
I
why
think I
people don't
speak
wanna
for
talk
everybody
about it.
over the age of 40 when I say your turn is coming, pal.
I know. I feel old. I went to, let's see.
It's only a matter of time before Google Ad Service starts showing you nothing but male enhancement ads and AARP and
Oh, Lord.
the weird beard commercials and stuff.
Are you having trouble peeing? Does it burn?
Are you European?
Are you?
Anyway.
What? How did we go from Hocus or
12 minutes in, we have our
Halloween.
first urine reference.
How did we go from Halloween to? Wait, was that Halloween we were talking about?
Actually, Halloween is supposed to be. I think Halloween's re-releasing. That's part of their Halloween thing.
We was talking about Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th was coming out.
Got segued.
Anyway, what were you going to say?
I don't know now. We
Right.
were talking about Europeans and stuff.
Oh, Alita Battle Angel is going to be coming out October 30th.
Yeah,
For at least a 1 week run. So you keep an eye out on your...
yeah. If you didn't get to
movie
see it
things,
the first time, go see it the second time. I probably will not go see it the second time, to be honest. I liked it for what it was. But maybe.
Meh.
I don't know.
I do believe Wonder Woman's been pushed back off to 2021. She was supposed to come out this past Friday, October 2nd, and that did not happen.
It and Fast 9, and I think there was something else that was all pushed
All the
back.
tentpole films were being pushed back to 2021. All the big budget stuff. We're still getting the smaller budget stuff releasing, but it's not...
And I just saw Regional Cinemas has decided to call it quits until this is all over.
Mm-hmm.
So they're shutting down their theaters until, what was it? Oh, the James Bond movie comes out.
When is that? November?
God, I don't know
No,
anymore.
I think that's been pushed off to 2021 too. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, it is. I'd say probably November 4th. Things will start getting back to normal.
I can't remember what director it is, but somebody was trying to talk to Congress to save theaters.
Why?
I mean, I think they'll be all
Why?
right.
Why? Well, it's not like anybody gave a crap about whether theaters turned a profit before this all hit.
Shut your
Certain,
mouth.
most especially not the Hollywood studios.
Well, they do care now.
Yeah. Oh, I bet they care now. Turns out people didn't want to drop $30 to see Mulan on VOD,
Well, no.
but
No.
and it turns out no. Yeah, they sat there and watched Trolls World Tour because it's $20 and the kids
And they
wanted
got
to see
kids,
it.
yeah.
They kept the kids, got the kids shut the
Exactly.
heck up.
And for some reason, people dropped a lot of money, and I was one of them, on the Bill and Ted movie. Because it's Bill and Ted.
Yeah, it's Keanu Reeves.
And even though I want to watch Mulan really badly, but I made the mistake of, one, hearing a lot of people say, this is not good. A lot. Like, there's a lot of people that really was like, this was disappointing. So that kind of made me make my mind to save about $30 and not wait until what I think it's. You can watch it in
Should
December.
be December. It comes out for
So,
free.
I'll
Or
wait
on
then.
Disney Plus. It was one of those things, and I know it's not going to break Disney of the habit of remaking their old cartoons in live action, but maybe this will give them a reason to pause in the future, because being called out because you thanked a Uyghur death camp, being called out because you're kowtowing to China, being called out because you're doing all these cuts and stuff for China's censors, and then all of this around a Chinese folktale, and the Chinese don't even want to see it. That's hilarious. I think it's made more money in China than everywhere else put together, and even there, it's not. It's barely breaking like 40 million.
I
So
hear over there it's mixed feelings. Like, some people say, yeah, it's still in our heritage type of thing, and then other people are like, yeah, this movie sucked.
I guess it depends on whether you have your commie card or not. But
I
anyway.
guess. I don't know. It's
All
very
right,
sad.
dealer. What's next?
Dylan. Okay. Well, some interesting news, and got a lot of people, including myself, really freaking confused here. But Spider-Man 3 will now have Jamie Foxx coming back, reprising his role as Electro that he played in Amazing Spider-Man 2. Now remember, I said Amazing Spider-Man 2. Don't get them all confused. Alright? So here's where everybody's getting really confused. There's rumors that they're doing the multiverse. There's rumors of, is this going to be Amazing Spider-Man 3? Or is this going to be the Tom Holland MCU movie? What's happening here? And apparently, MCU has decided to love Jamie Foxx as Electro for some reason. And he's going to be in the Tom Holland Spider-Man. So, the Homecoming, Far From Home, and Homeless is the third film. So, yeah.
If you really want to impress me, you cast Jamie Foxx as Ray Charles in a big screen remake of What's Happening. That was all I took out of what you just said. I extracted all the Spider-Man. I extracted all the Spider-Man, and I've got Jamie Foxx going to reprise Ray Charles in the big screen remake of What's Happening.
Wow. Your mind's weird.
I bet he'd play Shirley. He's done it before. I bet he'd do it. Hey, now stop. Wait a minute. Think about that. Think this through. Either Shirley or Mama. With Jamie Foxx. That would be... No, I'd pay to see that. It depends on who else we get to play Raj and all the others. Now we're going to have to sit here. We're going to have to think about the casting of the What's Happening movie.
See what I'm dealing with?
We gender flipped the entire movie.
Oh, God, no. Why?
Yeah, they did it for Ghostbusters. Let's gender flip What's Happening. Let's gender flip What's Happening. We'll get all of Destiny's Child to play the three guys, and then we'll get Ray Charles to play Mama, or Jamie Foxx to play Mama. But who we get to play Shirley? Notorious B.I.G. No, wait, he's dead. Well, so is Mama, so we get B.I.G. to play
Eddie
Mama.
Murphy.
Get Eddie Murphy to play Shirley.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. He'd probably like it, too. It'd be like
He would be the best one in the
Mrs.
entire bunch.
Blackfire, but anyway. Well, I just took that news item and just whizzed all over it.
So are we going to go back to the Spider-Man 3, or are we just
No,
like...
we're going all the way back to the Hollywood Walk of Fame and what we're going to leave on it. Anyway. So what about Spider-Man? Is there anything actually worth discussing here? Or have they made another movie yet?
No.
Have they released another movie yet?
No.
Has anybody even written a script for this next movie yet?
I have no idea.
So why are we talking about it?
I don't know. It's just a thing that's happening in the news.
Deal 'em, dealer. Come on.
Sheesh. All right. So,
Mount 'em up, cowboy.
they decided to cast a new Miss Marvel, which is going to be a new TV show on Disney Plus. Good Lord, these names. Iman Villena.
Do not hand it to me. I could probably get them, but all I'll do is just make people mad because my skin's too pale to get away with it.
Well, yeah. Okay, so this girl, she's a newcomer. She's never been in anything. She's playing Miss Marvel. This is...
Now, she's playing Miss Marvel, not Captain Marvel, right?
Yes.
Miss Marvel, the
Miss Marvel. Which I'm really
Amerigo
confused.
Vespucci or whatever from the comic books, where she can stretch like Mr. Fantastic, but she's because she's what, a Muslim character, that makes her sparkling and original and fresh.
I guess.
Funky, fly fresh.
Yes. Which I got to admit, I did watch this. I didn't play the game, but I watched the storyline of the new Avengers game that came out like a month ago.
This new Avengers game a month ago?
Yeah, and it all focused on Miss Marvel. I think. Well, yeah. And it was actually really good. So if they did it like that, and it got a big response, if they do it like that, then I can see it. But I'm really confused. Who was the little girl in the Captain Marvel movie?
Monica Rambeau.
Okay, so...
Not that Rambo. She spells it the Cajun way with an E-A-U.
So, she's supposed to grow up to be who?
Captain Marvel. But she's the gold sparkly black Captain Marvel. She's like the Captain Marvel from really like the mid to late 80s, exactly.
I mean, I don't follow any of those Marvel...
This is why they're already starting to call it the MCU, because they've just determined that nobody wants to see white guys in anything anymore. It all has to be female or transsexual or cross-dressing people of color. That's the only thing you're allowed to cast anymore while Hollywood fiddles and burns.
You know, I know that we're getting a lot of TV shows on Disney Plus based off of Marvel characters. Like, I mean, you got Nick Fury, all these characters. And as for Phase 4, where I'm not really hearing too much, and the only person I think is going to be in Phase 4 is, of course, Spider-Man.
And Miss Marvel. Captain Marvel's supposed to kick off.
But, I mean, I'm really thinking that this next phase is going to not be as good as all the others, because you don't have no more Russo brothers behind the things. You don't have no more Captain America or Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man.
Or Jon Favreau directing.
Yeah, you don't have Jon Favreau. So it's like, it's going to be hard to replace those really nice, talented, smart people to take on this next phase. And that's what it's like, because of all the other phases, it's like, oh yeah, this is what's going to happen next. This is what's going to happen next. I haven't heard nothing about this next phase.
Blackout. They don't know. Well, for part of that's they don't know when the world any of the movies are going to release, or any of the projects either, because everybody's got to wear the Rona rag now to signal their virtues.
That is true, but when has ever Disney actually shut up on anything?
That's a good point.
I mean,
that is true. When has Disney?
They'll sit there and plan like a million years from now and be like, "Look, this is what's going to happen in the year 3089." You know,
Disney PR really does rant more than we do on these videos. So yeah, they can be a little long-winded. So what else you got?
J.J. Abrams is in the news.
Yeah.
He is doing a HBO Max series.
Yeah.
Are you ready for this? Justice League Dark. And Ian Zingler, who
Ian the Tingler Zingler.
who oh shoot, I did not write down what show he was from.
Who cares? It doesn't matter. I haven't seen
But
it.
anyway, he is wanting to play Blue Devil.
I would look forward to seeing Blue Devil. There's the thing about Justice League Dark. It's supposed to take more of a supernatural view of the DC universe, which is a fresh take. And for some insane reason, Wonder Woman is in charge of Justice League Dark. You just blew the rest of it all.
Because the last one was Rick Moranis.
Was Rick Moranis. I blew that for you. You're welcome. So anyway, Wonder Woman for some reason leads Justice League Dark, and that's the supernatural take on Justice League. So you got, let's see, Hellblazer's a part of it. You said Blue Devil's in on it. I'd be surprised if Detective Chimp isn't in on it. Zatanna is probably going to be there because she's one of the big heavy hitters in the DCU. It's just nice to see them taking a different point of view on the superhero genre. Should be interesting to see how that one turns out. But the J.J. Abrams, this is going to be the most challenging thing of his career because he will not be able to use lens flares because it's Justice League Dark. The DC universe is already dark as it is. You can't see anything. You could have a big 50,000 candle power searchlight right behind you, and you won't be able to see 3 feet in front of you because it's so frickin' dark over there in that. On the Warner Brothers lots, apparently. They can't afford to pay their light bills.
I don't know why they got to do that so badly.
Because grimdark, damn it.
Yeah, but I mean, you look at how well, Wonder Woman and Aquaman and Shazam kind of worked. It's like, you can add color and still be fantastic.
Right. But not if there's Batman involved.
See, I disagree.
Superman, apparently.
I disagree. Batman would be fantastic if they went to the old route of, for some reason, like whenever I think of Gotham, I don't think of like this nasty city. I think of like the old days, like Dick Tracy type of city, the old cars, people wearing old, outfits back in like the 50s or 40s era. Mm-hmm. But still had new technology like cell phones and stuff like that. I think that would be freaking fantastic. And you can even add those blimps like the animated series.
You know who did that? Dick Tracy. Warren
Beatty
Beatty did that back in 91.
You know what? That's right there. Right there. How come nobody has decided to do a Dick Tracy TV series?
Because nobody remembers Dick Tracy.
You should. If anybody important is watching, go do that. That would be fantastic.
Well, it's not like King Features is making any money off their newspaper connections anymore. Woo-hoo. But I'm still waiting for them to... I'm surprised they haven't sued Google out of existence yet. But those of you who know Barney Google know what I'm talking about. But anyway. So is that it then? Because I already popped your cherry on Rick Moranis. But
yeah.
So
Rick Moranis already popped my cherry. Thank you very much.
And on that rather perverse note, can you believe we're 30 minutes into this and we're just now getting through the news?
There might be a world record. I think we ramble on about certain things, and then I'm sorry, this one rambles on about certain things, and then we get them going.
I do not.
I really like it. You do so. You ramble.
You notice the guys who are up in the corner, if you've ever watched Match Game, it's always the guys in the upper right-hand corner that always cause the most trouble.
Oh.
Charles Nelson Riley did it. Radar O'Reilly did it.
Radar O'Reilly, yeah.
Actually, Gary Berghoff on Match Game is a nasty little troll. That is, if you get a chance to watch Match Game on Buzzer, you can see that on Pluto TV now. Another plug for Pluto. But go Go watch an episode with Gary Berghoff in it. The man has dropped the mic on several occasions. It's just, and he's the one in MASH that never got anybody's respect, but he compensated on Match Game. But anyway,
awesome. He's awesome. Though.
So let's wrap this app up.
We need, due to the fact that this is
Let's
October,
not wrap this app up. Yeah.
we need to come up with a great idea for Halloween.
Yeah. Something tells me you're already thinking of something. What?
I'm not thinking of much, which is not a new thing. But like, come up with some type of like, our favorite horror movies and discuss them, or top 10 horror movies, or top 10 Halloween movies. There's a difference between horror and Halloween movies, just saying.
You can. Peacock is now available for Roku. Okay, finally busted out on Roku last week. You can catch almost all of the Universal horror monsters on Peacock if you look. All the originals are there. And it's free, so you can watch anytime you want. Unless you have an Amazon Fire Stick, and then fuck you. But anyway.
That's what we can do. Talk about old horror monster movies.
Yeah, we'll spend like 30 minutes sometime around Halloween. We'll just discuss. We'll discuss the Universal horror monsters and how they led up to slasher flicks and all the other stuff. Because to be honest, if you there's a kind of an indirect line between the Universal horror monsters and the modern horror of today, and it goes right through the satellite of love. So if you're willing to look, we might spend about a half hour on that sometime. Knowing us, it'd be an hour. So make sure you sign up for that. I'm trying to keep track of how long we're spending in here because the beloved, she who will not be named here, has let us know in no uncertain terms that we do ramble on and 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 on. So
that's what we do.
We'll wrap this episode up real quick. When we return with our next video, we're going to do another video, a short video after this. This will be actually a chore of duty episode I've been wanting to talk about for a while, but I have not gotten around to actually recording it myself. I actually tried recording a chore of duty episode when I was driving around. I drive for my job. And picked up every engine noise and every squeak of the brakes and all the road noise and stuff, and didn't hear myself for atoms. So that's not an idea. So, although apparently my camera does have an excellent mic built into it if it can pick all that stuff up. But anyway,
I can get you one of those little mics that you hook and just hook into the car shirts.
You mean like the boom mic that we have sitting on top of the camera?
Well, it'll be that big. It's
hit to work half the time.
It won't be that big.
Yet, comrades. So anyway, until next time, I'm Spike.
I'm Chris.
That is Chris. This has been the Spike and Chris Show. We will see you down the road. Y'all take care now. Night all.
Yeah.
Donald Trump don't trust China. China is asshole.